Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a beautiful, beautiful cold day here in Florida today. I think it's about 34 degrees outside today. It's definitely sweater day. I don't know if you can see the smoke coming out of my mouth, and I'm in my car and I'm warming it up. Today's the day we're gonna go pick up that quarter panel. They called me this morning early, said come down, we're ready to cut it. So they haven't cut it yet, which is a good thing for me, because then I can tell them exactly where I want it. So they want me to come down there and tell them where they need a cut, and then get it cut. We'll get some video of them cutting it and all that, hopefully. Pick it up, bring it back, and then we'll have it. I gotta go get all the materials that I paid for. I had to order that. See if that came in yet. Hopefully this weekend we can start cutting and welding and painting and sanding and all that other stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and head to the junkyard and we'll get that part. Alright guys, so this is the donor car right here that we're getting the quarter panel off of. Just gonna cut right here, and then down here they're gonna pull the bumper and tail light obviously off of it. They're gonna move a couple cars because there's a bunch of cars in the way. Get this over there and they're gonna start cutting it. So I'm gonna walk the yard to see if I can find any other little thing that I like, and hopefully they give me a good price. I was gonna buy this bumper, but they want a bit more than I'm willing to pay for it, so that's not gonna happen. Oh, we're gonna get the quarter panel. So we're gonna look around, see what else I can find. Well, he started to try and move cars, but it's so cold the machine didn't want to keep running, and it kept dying, and the battery doesn't really want to stay charged. So they're gonna just tear it up right here. Awesome, eh? So yeah, they're grabbing tools right now, pull this tail light and bumper and everything off of it, and get this thing cut. Can't wait, so excited. Now we can head back and see what the hell we're gonna do to get this on the car. Alright guys, so we're gonna start working on the Accord and getting it looking pretty again. Got the clip in the back of the S10. So this is gonna be a series of videos of this. So right now we're just gonna clean up wiring, get the bumper off, tail lights off, and start scuffing up the car, stuff like that. Little things, cleaning up this quarter panel, getting it prepped and ready to be put on the car, stuff like that. So we're gonna pull wiring off and these taillights out and stuff right now.
It's a car, dude.
Dun, 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 dun. Alright guys, so we're gonna start drilling out some rivets and cleaning up what we gotta do. And
we need to clean that one up first. Get that wire harness out.
Alright, so we're gonna pull wiring out of this real quick.
You get everything set up?
Alright guys, so got all that cleaned up. I'm pretty sure what we're going to be doing now is trying to get all the seam sealer off, and then we're going to drill the spot welds out so we can get the skin and everything that we actually want to keep to transfer over to here. So yep, I'm going to get that set up real quick. Alright guys, so I'm just going to go ahead and drill some of the spot welds out.
No, you're not.
There's some here. Should be some through here somewhere.
No.
And then through here. And they got some down here that we're going to be drilling out too. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to... Right?
You're going to be going... Not me.
And then we're going to... through here. And get rid of all this nasty stuff. And then the wannabe welder over here is going to weld it. I think he's actually the only one here that is a certified welder. Like, we all know how to weld, but he's like the only certified welder.
He is a certified.
Certified.
He's certified.
That's actually what I do for a living.
Yeah. So, what's next, body man?
That's not a body man.
No, because my body is sexy. Oh, hell no. Give me your other wheel. That's some...
Mike, he said he's still not feeling any better.
Ooh la la.
I pretty much think I can save that. Pretty much save it. Because that I can tap out with a hammer.
Mm-hmm.
But what's that one look like over there? See, this is pretty much can be saved too.
Yeah.
But this here's got to go.
This section and then this whole skin.
Pretty much, I'm gonna cut this. We might be able to take it right here, take this seam out,
Mm-hmm.
and drill out the spot welds. Spot welds right here. We're gonna have to do some major sanding in here. Are we painting the trunk? We're not painting the trunk?
Unless we have to.
Right.
Because I got the plastic covers that are going to go
Because
in.
I'm gonna have to do some sanding right here.
Then if we have to, then we can. I mean,
Okay.
we're going to have more than enough paint, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and plus you get it cheap too.
Mm-hmm.
Finish Master is expensive, but I found it cheaper through everybody else.
Alright guys, so we got all of this down here cleaned up. He did all this here, some in here, and then I did some more in here. And now he's starting to clean up in
Inside
here. Stuff so we can get this
And
pulled.
here we're gonna get this all cleaned
Then
up.
we got to
Spot
remove
welds.
this. So all this in here is done. All through here.
This here.
So,
Got-
there's just some prep
We gotta
work.
clean this up here, right here. Now we're not going all the way over to this.
No,
we can
we're gonna
just
stop
go-
at that one.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so we started drilling out some of the rivets, or the spot welds I mean. And get this all pulled apart on the car.
I'm tired of messing with it.
We're not worried about going through it guys, because when we tack welded back on, and put the seam sealer to help it out, and we're not even completely sure we're able to salvage this, so if not, then we gotta cut it all out anyways. So,
We're trying to save as much as we can.
yeah, so that's not a big deal.
This one here, gotta cut a little bit more. Hold that screwdriver a little bit. That way.
Down at the bottom.
Now the spot weld we're gonna use on top, because I ain't doing it down here. Cause there we go. Did it come apart? Pop it? Did it pop?
So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get these off, and I'll update you guys here in a minute. Alright guys, so we're getting It's all taken off now. As you can see, it's separating it. It's all coming apart pretty good. And this is all getting real loose. So we're just gonna keep on going. Finish through here. And we're gonna start drilling them out here to get this section out. So little by little. We don't have much daylight left. So it's the next day. We're gonna finish drilling out the spot welds in here and start our cut. So we can get this off. And then we'll move into doing these and getting this off. Yeah, it should be cool. So we're gonna get our tools gathered up and get the sucker off.
There we go. Through.
She likes getting
Pop through.
Alright guys, so got all these rivets out, or spot welds drilled. That's pretty much out. We got one more here, and this section will come out. And then I think
Gonna cut here.
we can start cutting on the top to get this piece out. And then start getting the other quarter on. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this off real quick. Alright guys, so the taillight part of it is out now, as you can see. This is practically all loose right here. So now we just got to see where we're going to make the official cut here to get this off. And then we'll get the new quarter piece put on it. And just like that, guys, the quarter pan is off the car. We're learning as we go, but we did a little too much like drilling and stuff on these for the spot welds. On this one, all we're gonna do is the bottom around here, along here, and then there's one like right here. I believe that's all we're gonna do, and then we're gonna make our line cut where it matches up with this one, and that should be about it, right?
Mm-hmm. That'd be it.
So he's gonna go ahead and clean these up, and then
Center punch them and
center punch them and start drilling them out. All right, guys. So this is all chopped up. Whatever we're not using is all cut off of that, and then we just laid this quarter on here. So it's not like lined up exactly. We just threw it on there, and then this has got to be pulled to match to here. As you can see, it's off a bit. So we're gonna pull this, tack weld as we go, all through here, so and so, and trim as we need, all that good stuff. Alright guys, now that we got this all cut down and all the other parts off of it, easier to work with. Now what I'm gonna try and do is line it up as close as I can, so I know where to make my cut. This is all like not straight or even, as you can see, so I know it's not gonna line up perfect. But what I'm basing it off of is the gap between here and here, the same as that here, and then the gap between these. So that's how I'm kind of going to base it on, and then we can go ahead and tack weld it on as best as we can. I'm going to go ahead and try and get it the best I can and start making my line and getting it cut. Then we'll get it on the car, go ahead and start tack welding it on and all that other stuff. Alright guys, so we got this all trimmed up and it pretty much meets pretty close. So what we're going to do is clean the surfaces up and tack weld them together. We'll tack weld it together and go from there. What's next? I really don't know about bodywork.
Next is you're gonna have welded up. Spot weld's done. Move this panel out. Gotta do a little more bending here because it's tucked in. After that, weld it up. Put the lights in and
Seam seal it, sand it down,
and paint it.
Alright guys, so it's the next day. We got this quarter all clamped on. Got the welder out. And we're just going to start tacking it and moving it how we need to move it. Bend what we need to and tack as we go. Alright guys, so we went ahead and cleaned up some of the surface. And now he just dialed in the welder a little bit. And he's going to go ahead and start tacking this son of a gun on.
I'd say start in the middle and work out.
That's what I would do.
Start right here at this body line and work out away from it. Because otherwise, if you start up here, you're going to end up rolling everything into one spot. It's going to be bowed up. If you start in the middle, you can push it away from each other.
That's what I'd say. Them things just don't. Those are Harbor Freight ones, ain't they?
Yeah, they work fine.
Holding?
Yeah, it's going to hold.
Grounded. Then pull that up. Just get it. Yeah. Weld that right there. Woo! Son of a bitch.
Did you have your hand on it?
Huh?
Did you have your hand on it? It'll get you. It's warm.
Why would you have your hand on it?
I didn't.
I thought he was pushing on it with a hammer.
Pushing on with a hammer.
I was pushing on with this, but the
Arc. This dude just burned his finger. You right, bro?
yeah.
I thought he was pushing on it with the hammer. He was using the block.
That's good. Yeah. No. They're pushing away?
Huh?
The body pushing away?
No, I just wanted to make sure that I got good penetration on it.
Go get the razor, man.
This wind keeps messing with us.
Keep going it all the way.
Alright guys, as you can see, quarter panel is welded. The majority of it, there's still a little bit here, but it's been pretty windy, so it's been hard to weld. You can't really weld when it's windy because it just blows the gas out of it. But I figured while it's windy, I'll go ahead and just start grinding down as much of the weld as I can, and then when the wind slows down, go ahead and do some more. Got a little section here, 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 and then right here, and then this part here is done, and I'll clean up down here, weld here, same thing through here, and then once that's welded on, we can work the body from the inside out to get these two pieces to line up and fill in this little gap right here, and then get that all situated, and then weld it up, throw some seam sealer on it, start scuffing up the car, you know, do some body filler and everything on it, throw it in primer, and then get some paint on it. Quarter panel is welded on, the majority of it. There's a few parts like underneath here that needs to be welded, you know, a little bit more here, and then, you know, smoothing it out, straighten the body out, body fill it, such and such, and then the quarter panel is completely on like how I wanted it to be. But it's on there, the car's drivable. Yep, quarter panel's on there, it looks a lot better, and that all dents it. We're gonna try and get this all done and smoothed out, cleaned up, bonded up, set you guys up on the tripod. So this is all sanded down. Now we're gonna work it a little bit. I had to go get some spreaders and some primer. So we're gonna go ahead and get that going now. Keep on going. Alright, so we went ahead and put another coat on this. Alright, so I think we've gone 3 or 4 coats already. Third layer of Bondo on it. So we're getting there little by little. We're just filling in low spots now and smoothing it out. I was over here wet sanding this.
Feel that and tell me if that's... I should just leave it alone from there, right?
Yeah, a little bit up here, but that's about it.
What, wet sanding or?
Wet sand, yeah. Got that sanded down a little, this a little bit. When in doubt, grab a sock, wipe it out. And I know all you guys out there use a sock for more than one thing. Color code for my car. So that's all painted and stuff. Ain't the best job, but I just wanted the car to be one color outside of that. Yeah. She feeling good. Alright guys, that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please hit that notification button so y'all can get notified when I post. Smash that like button.